The State Department and FBI are revealing new details about the Chinese spy balloon. Today, the House unanimously voted to condemn China over the incident. That balloon floated over America for 8 days before it was eventually shot down by the U.S. military over the Atlantic Ocean. NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, near where the balloon was brought down. Also with us is NBC News global security reporter Dan DeLue. So, Dan, let's start with you. Walk us through this new information we've learned about the balloon. What is it the FBI and State Department are saying?
Yeah, Joe, the State Department is saying that this program is very much a spying surveillance program, and that balloon has nothing in common with a weather balloon. They say that U-2 planes took high-resolution photos of that balloon when it was flying, and it shows that it is equipped to conduct eavesdropping, signals intelligence, that it has multiple antennas that can geolocate communications, and that this whole program is run by the Chinese military. And now we have photos from the FBI showing their agents and technicians combing over some of the evidence, some of the debris that's been recovered off the South Carolina coast, including parts of the balloon and some pieces of electronics. But the FBI, Joe, says that much of the evidence is still underwater, and there's still more recovery efforts to do.
So, Marissa, I mean, the Biden administration has been getting some flack for not shooting down the balloon earlier, but we are learning some new details about why they waited. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to that Senate subcommittee hearing, you could hear just how frustrated some of these lawmakers were, particularly from Alaska, when their frustrations were, why wasn't that balloon shot down when it was first spotted end of January over Alaska? And an assistant secretary of defense said that ultimately it came down to Alaskan conditions meant that it would just be too dangerous for both the equipment and for the people trying to retrieve it. Take a listen.
The winter water temperatures in the Bering Sea hover consistently in the low 30s, which would make recovery and salvage operations very dangerous. Additionally, the northern portion of the Bering Sea has ice cover, which can be extremely dangerous, which would induce additional risk.
So remember, here in Myrtle Beach, it's relatively temperate. The water is relatively shallow. We know that several pieces of equipment remain underwater, and in some parts, it's about 45 feet deep, making this a lot more ideal to sift through when you have that massive debris field. And as Dan just said, we know how crucial it is to recover that equipment to really get a sense of what this balloon was capable of and what it could have been sending back.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.